Chapter 1, Preparation of the Soul, the Meaning of Cosmic Delay. Clicking on this video is definitely not a coincidence. Today, I will tell you why the soul sometimes stays away from love, perhaps from a perspective you have never considered. But wait, don't skip ahead in the video. Because what I am about to explain will show you why some souls postpone love and how this process is actually a great opportunity for you. Believe it or not, the universe truly tests chosen souls, and this is never for a random reason. Perhaps you have noticed too, people around you somehow find love, but you are still living with that, trapped between intuition and longing, feeling. This is not a punishment, on the contrary, it is a preparation. Yes, it can be a little painful, but believe me, it has a purpose. The universe does not withhold love from rare souls, it matures them until they are capable of carrying a connection beyond a monotonous bond. So, are you at this point? Write to me in the comments, have you ever had periods that made you feel this way? Carl Jung said that some people are born with a resistance to superficial relationships. In other words, the soul does not want to settle for bonds that only fill the void. These kinds of souls are enslaved to authenticity, but the price of this authenticity is high. They reject false love or temporary comfort and seek true reality and deep connection. That is why love is sometimes delayed, because the mind is not ready for it, and this delay actually matures it. There are tests waiting for you in this time. And no, these are not cruel games played by the universe. Every test exists to cleanse unnecessary bonds, illusions, and everything that feels alien to your soul. The first test usually comes with unbearable loneliness. This loneliness is not a self-chosen retreat, it is an inevitable period when there are people around you, but no connection seems to touch you. While watching others form bonds, you cannot get on the same frequency. This is exactly when one realizes that loneliness is actually a sign, it is proof of your uniqueness and the serenity of your soul. Jung called this, separating from the collective unconscious. That is, a painful but necessary period you go through to find what truly belongs to you, not just family or tradition. Rare souls must learn their desires and true attractions, the universe patiently teaches this. During this process, you can see how easily others find love. But remember, your path is different. Every romantic thought carries meaning for you, it is not simple. This stage helps you understand the difference between loneliness and retreat. Loneliness is a longing for connection, retreat is a space where you form a deep bond with yourself. Karma tests your boundaries in this process. Will you maintain your standards, or will you compromise out of fear of being alone? This loneliness acts as a filter, it teaches you to distinguish between a genuine connection and a desperate comfort. Because many people rush to fill the void and cannot see the depth of the person beside them, in reality, they are still alone. Now I ask you, have you ever felt helpless during such a period of loneliness? Share in the comments, so others can see and we can explore this topic together. If you like this video and subscribe to the channel, we can continue to explore this journey more deeply in the next chapters. Chapter 2. Reflection and Confronting the Shadow. So, you think you have passed the first test, but the sneakiest part is about to begin. This second test usually comes at the most unexpected time. One day, someone enters the solitude you have guarded for so long and seems to understand you. They speak your language, sense your inner world, and awaken hidden longings. For a moment, you think, this might be it, maybe this is love. But be careful. Carl Jung explained this situation very well. This person is not someone you love as yourself, but a reflection of your ideal, the anima or animus in your unconscious. In other words, you are not really loving them, you are loving your own reflection. Surprising, isn't it? This test measures whether you can distinguish between genuine intimacy and psychological projection. You need to understand the difference between being seen and being idealized, being loved and having temporary wounds healed. The person who appears in front of you seems perfectly compatible, your shared interests and values complement each other. Sometimes, it even feels as if destiny brought you together. But this attraction comes not from intensity, but from suitability. And here lies the danger: this person does not intentionally hurt you, but their love is incomplete. They do not see you in your wholeness, only the parts that serve their own needs. Karma presents this test to you because it wants to see, can you recognize conditional love? Can you maintain your boundaries, or will you compromise your wholeness in order to settle? This person may love your sensitivity but may also feel uncomfortable with your depth. They may appreciate your complexity but desire less when your uniqueness feels overwhelming. If you accept love at this stage, the universe does not punish you, it simply allows you to experience what it feels like to lose your wholeness. That is why settling sometimes feels like a spiritual suicide. During this process, did you also ask yourself, am I really ready, or am I blocking the relationship because I am used to being alone? If you write in the comments, other viewers can share their experiences too. The third stage is the hardest, because this time, it wants you to realize that you are sabotaging your own happiness. Just when the right person approaches, the defense center within you activates. Suddenly, you find reasons like, no, the timing is wrong, hoping is pointless, this person is not suitable. According to Jung, the psyche rejects what it most needs because it threatens the protective system it is accustomed to. If you are used to being alone, if your identity is built around not being understood, even real possibilities appear threatening. And this is where the shadow comes in. Seeds of doubt are planted, panic arises where certainty is needed. It creates problems that don't exist. You may compare the new person to an impossible ideal, mistaking their real interests for temporary whims. You begin to test their love. Can they handle me? Will they leave me? You create confusion and enter an inescapable loop. And the universe does not intervene in this process, it simply watches and waits. It wants to see whether you are truly ready for a relationship, or if you have identified with the nobility of suffering. Have you ever experienced such a shadow period before? Or has the love you felt always deceived you? Share in the comments, I'm curious. If you like this video and subscribe to the channel, in the next chapter we will explore together ways to overcome this shadow. Chapter 3. Integration with yourself and the birth of true union. And here we have reached the fourth test. This time, karma wants you to completely realign your vibration. It expects you to let go not only of toxic bonds but also of connections that no longer serve your growth, those that seem positive but still limit you. Sometimes, this means parting ways with friendships, your familiar surroundings, even the identities you have defined yourself by. Jung called this individuation. That is, seeing the difference between who you are and who you feel you must be, and courageously choosing your own path. For rare souls, this period means letting go of seeing pain as a story of superiority. It means abandoning old illusions of being different or misunderstood. The belief that your sensitivity makes you special, that your depth protects you from vulnerability, no longer serves you. And here honesty comes into play. You need to ruthlessly recognize how you have contributed to your own mind. To see your real wounds, identify the excuses you used to stay closed off, notice the paths you avoided by hiding behind your authenticity. Karma does not want you to be anyone else. It wants you to be completely yourself. But it expects you to release everything that separates you from love. During this process, you may naturally distance yourself from some people and environments for a while. Conversations that used to inspire you feel tiring, your home feels confining, activities you enjoyed lose their meaning. Don't panic, this is not depression, it's alignment. Your inner compass is guiding you toward growth, not comfort. The universe wants to see if you can trust this natural process. Can you let go without resisting the separations? Can you maintain your wholeness even if you are alone? In this test, it is tested whether you can choose authenticity over approval, truth over comfort, harmony over security. And believe me, at this point, the energy completely shifts. People respond to you differently, new opportunities knock at your door. It is not the universe that has changed, but your ability to perceive and receive. The final test may be the greatest, surrendering to love. Here the paradox begins. The universe does not offer you love until you stop trying to find it. First, reach your own wholeness, and then true union will find you. As Jung said, individuation frees you from being someone in need of completion. You are whole, and you find someone to share that wholeness with. This transformation is a shift from need to desire, from seeking to offering, letting go, allowing. You no longer look for potential relationships in every environment. You do not interpret interactions through romantic possibilities. You stop measuring your value by your relationship status. You feel already complete, already loved, already in the right place. True love comes precisely here. It neither arises from stopping the search nor from desperation. Someone comes who accepts you as you are. Someone comes not to heal you, but to celebrate your healing. Not to complete your missing pieces, but to honor your wholeness. The moment you meet, it is understood instantly. There is no forcing, no ignoring of red flags. This relationship brings peace, it carries a sense of recognition, not estrangement. Such a union is not close to dramatic intensity. It is not passion, but calm, not obsession, but certainty. Wisdom reigns, not proof. It is a space where being yourself is natural. In Jung's terms, it is the meeting of two individuated souls, two people who can relate without losing themselves, who do not demand each other's childhood wounds, who love through conscious choice rather than unconscious meanings. Such a union does not halt individual evolution, it supports it. And here is the meaning of karma delaying you in matters of love. Every test was a preparation, every delay was perfect timing, every disappointment a shield protecting you from what was lacking. Now you understand. You were not punished, you were refined. You were not ignored, you were carefully nurtured. When true love comes, you are in a position to recognize it, receive it, and give it. Not from lack, but from wholeness, not from desperation, but from conscious choice. This journey has been long and hard, but every step prepared you for the love you deserve. The universe did not forget you, it simply elevated you to the level of the love you were seeking. I ask you, have you ever felt this moment of surrender? Or are you still waiting for the right time? Share in the comments, let's talk about your experiences with other viewers. And if you liked this video, don't forget to subscribe, because in the next video we will discuss how to maintain this awareness in daily life. When the soul finally opens to love. Now, after all the tests, reflections, and periods of solitude, you may begin to sense a quiet shift inside yourself, a shift that feels both subtle and profound. The universe has not been indifferent or cruel, it has been patiently preparing you. Every moment of longing, every night of feeling misunderstood, every heartbreak, every fleeting connection that didn't last, it was all part of the careful process of refining your heart and your awareness. You were not being punished for your depth, nor ignored for your sensitivity. You were being prepared, like a rare flower that blooms only when the soil, the light, and the season are perfect. Every moment of waiting, no matter how painful, was an essential step in readying your soul to meet a love that honors your entirety, not merely fills a temporary void. When this love finally enters your life, you will feel it immediately, not as a sudden storm of passion, but as a calm recognition, a sense of belonging that feels natural and effortless. You will recognize it not by grand gestures or dramatic intensity, but by the stillness it brings to your heart. There will be no need for games, illusions, or desperate attempts to make things happen. This love will meet you exactly where you are, celebrating your wholeness, your quirks, your fears, and your strengths alike. And in that gentle celebration, you will look back at the periods of loneliness and tests, realizing they were not obstacles but guardians, keeping you safe until the right moment. You may notice that life itself begins to change in small, unexpected ways. Ordinary moments gain a subtle brilliance, conversations feel more meaningful, laughter flows more freely, and even silence carries a comforting warmth instead of emptiness. The presence of this love does not erase life's challenges, but it softens them, giving you the space to navigate difficulties with calmness rather than panic. You begin to perceive the difference between the love you once chased in desperation and the love that now finds you, one that does not demand, manipulate, or control, but exists in mutual respect, awareness, and joy. Misunderstandings no longer hurt, instead, they become opportunities to understand one another more deeply. Vulnerability transforms from a risk into a bridge, connecting your inner world to someone who truly honors it. At this stage, surrender becomes the essence of love. You no longer feel the need to force it, chase it, or grasp at it. You begin to understand that love has never been about filling a hole or completing what was missing inside you. It has always been about meeting someone who aligns with the wholeness you have cultivated through years of reflection, patience, and courage. This love is not about dependency, nor does it demand that you diminish yourself to make another feel comfortable. Instead, it amplifies your already full life, making each day brighter, each experience richer, each moment more vibrant. You will realize that waiting, enduring solitude, and facing the shadows of your mind were all necessary steps to reach this level of freedom and conscious choice. Even as this love unfolds, your growth does not stop, it continues, gently and naturally. The relationship becomes a mirror, reflecting not only joy but also areas where you can expand, deepen, and refine your understanding of yourself and your partner. Challenges that once might have triggered fear now encourage reflection and conscious response. Differences are no longer seen as threats but as opportunities for richer connection. You begin to notice how every test, every period of doubt, every previous heartbreak was preparing you for this conscious love. Each lesson taught patience, discernment, and the courage to protect your wholeness, so that you could enter a partnership as a complete, self-aware individual rather than someone seeking completion from another. Finally, the ultimate truth settles into your heart: love was never meant to complete you, it was meant to meet you in your completeness. All the waiting, all the tests, all the moments when your heart felt lonely or misunderstood, now reveal themselves as perfect timing. The universe was never withholding love, it was elevating you to the level of love you truly deserved. And when it arrives, it is not a rescue, not a temporary distraction, not a solution to your insecurities. It is a natural, certain, and transformative presence, one that honors every scar, every joy, and every layer of your being. You do not need to perform, impress, or adapt. You simply are, and that is enough. This love brings a deep sense of freedom, not because the world changes, but because you have evolved to receive it. You stop measuring your value by your relationship status. You no longer chase every possibility, analyze every interaction, or fear rejection at every turn. Instead, you exist fully in your own right, and love finds you as a reflection of that fullness. You will notice a shift in how others respond to you. Your presence carries a calm authenticity, your energy attracts what resonates, and opportunities for connection unfold effortlessly. What once felt elusive is now natural, and what once seemed unattainable becomes inevitable because you are aligned with the rhythm of your own growth. And in this alignment, the universe quietly rewards your patience. The waiting, the shadow periods, the tests of discernment, they were all preparation for a love that is deep, steady, and conscious. It is the kind of love that does not need to dominate your life or consume your identity but supports it, enriches it, and allows it to expand. You realize that every lonely night, every hesitation, every struggle with your own shadows was never wasted. It was refinement, shaping a heart capable of receiving the rare, profound, and enduring connection that you were always meant to experience. So now, in this moment, you may feel a sense of awe, gratitude, and quiet triumph. You understand that the universe's timing is perfect and that every pause, every challenge, every test of patience has been part of the journey to your own wholeness, and to the love that finally arrives, not by chance, but as the natural consequence of everything you have cultivated within yourself. You are ready. You are whole. And in that wholeness, love is no longer a longing, it is a lived, conscious, and breathtaking reality.